of God in us is his spirit that he put in us. And that spirit of God is so valuable unto him that he sent Jesus to redeem us after the fall. Let me just say a few things about the image. An image is a reflection. So, for instance, when you stand in front of a mirror, you see yourself. Or you see somebody that looks like you in there. And the funny thing is that the image has power to do whatever you do. So when you stand in front of a mirror and you lift your hands, the guy inside the mirror will also lift his hands. If you bend down, he will bend. Now what that tells me is that we being the image of God, God has given us that ability to do whatever he does. That's how valuable we are. Bible says that the Pharisees went to Jesus one day and they questioned him about the fact that he healed somebody on the Sabbath. And that's what he said. He said that what I see my Father do, I do the same. So he said, my Father works, so I also work. Jesus was just showing us that we are a reflection of God. And because we are an image, we have the power to do what God does. We have the power to create. We have the power to do things that seem impossible. It is possible for man to go to the moon. That should not be. But God has given us that ability. He has put a lot in us. 2 Corinthians 5:20 says that we are ambassadors of Christ. We are his representatives. That means that God has given us a certain mandate. He has empowered us to be here, to do something for him. And that is how valuable we are. When man fell, God sent Jesus to come and show us how to be his image. So the Bible says in Hebrews that Jesus is the exact image. Hebrews 1:3, if you write it. That Jesus is the exact image of God. So whatever he did is to show us that we can do that. We can be like that. So at a point Jesus said that greater he that believes in me, greater works can ye also do. A couple of months ago, I was packaging something and putting labels on them, and I realized that I put a wrong label on some of them. So I had to fix it. And whilst I was going back to correct my mistake, this message came to me that, let's just take for example, this is water, so I'm supposed to put the label water on it. So if I put the label orange juice, then that makes this a wrong label. And this message just came to me that even though God has created us in his image and we are valuable in his sight, most of the time the devil puts a wrong label on us. And the wrong label that the devil puts on us is what some of us carry around. In the Bible, people were labeled. Somebody was called Rahab the prostitute. Of course, everybody sins, but why do you tag her with her sin? Somebody was called blind Bartimaeus. The person is blind. That is enough, but why call him blind? And most of the time, people label us with our mistakes. They label us with our weakness. They label us with our sickness. But I came to tell you that you are more valuable than the label that the world is putting on you. You are more valuable than whatever limitation that people are putting on you. Sometimes it's not even people from outside, maybe even within your own family. You did something and they said, you can't do that. And that thing, that word that was spoken has become something that is limiting you, that is putting you down. It is a wrong label. And tonight I am believing God that every wrong label shall be removed in the mighty name of Jesus. Sometimes the thing that crushes us is the label or the tag that people have put on us. But I want you to know that God created you in his own image and in his likeness. It doesn't matter what is going on physically, you still have the Spirit of God. Bible says in creation, when God came, there was darkness and the earth was without form. But when the Spirit of the Lord moved over the waters, and God said, let there be light, and the light appeared, and God began to speak, things began to change. So I just want to tell you tonight that it doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter the label that they have put on you. All you need is the Spirit of the Lord. And tonight, thank God he is present. Thank God he's already reigning in the lives of people. Thank God he's already fixing stuff. Everything that is making you feel crushed, making you feel rejected, making you feel inadequate, tonight the Spirit of the Lord, tonight the Spirit of the Lord is present. Bible says that one time Jesus was speaking, and the word says that the power of the Lord was present to heal. The power of the Lord is present tonight. I want to assure you that God has put gifts and talents and these treasures in your life. Treasures of wisdom, of purity, of love. It is like gold, diamond, topaz, beryl, and all these precious things. God has put them in us. So when Shishak, the king of the world, took away the gold, Rehoboam put brass. But that is what God is speaking to us tonight about. Do not substitute the precious things that he has given unto you with nothing else. Probably Rehoboam did that because brass looks like gold. And they have some similarities. They are both metals. They all have a bright yellow color. And both of them are malleable. Malleable means that you can shape them without it being fractured. So they have something in common. But the difference between them is that gold is pure. And brass is an alloy. An alloy means it's a combination of two metals. Apart from the fact that brass is not pure, it tarnishes. Over time, it fades. The color fades. And it is less expensive, whilst gold is very expensive. So they may look alike, but they are not the same. So God is telling us tonight that the good things that he has put in us, the investment that he has put in us, the billions of dollars that you are worth, don't substitute it with anything. Don't settle for less. In Genesis chapter 3 and the verse number 7, Bible says that Adam and Eve, after the fall, they realized that they were naked. and they covered themselves with fig leaves. They were naked, but what made them not see was that the glory of the Lord was covering them. When they sinned, the glory departed, and then they were exposed. Instead of going back for the glory, they took fig leaves and they covered themselves with it. And the Bible says, when you read on in Genesis, by the time you get to chapter 3, verse 21, the Bible says that when God came on the scene, and after he investigated and found out where the source is and pronounced all the curses and everything, God did something. The Bible says that he made them coats of skins. What that means is that God killed an animal and used the skin. And that was a form of sacrifice. And that was the first indication that there is no way we can restore the glory but for a sacrifice. And that sacrifice, or that perfect sacrifice, is Jesus dying on the cross. And that is why we don't have any excuse tonight, because God invested in us. We lost it, but he has paid for it. So please don't settle for less.